welcome to YOH Crochet. My name is Anita. Thank you so much for stopping in today for another episode of Mosaic Monday. So, thank you to those who have been here for a while. Thanks to those who may be new. And so today I have not one, but two mosaic projects to share with you. So I have started a second one. I am about 50 rows in, and I am very close to being done with the one that I've been showing, that you guys have seen. So the first project is a blanket, and I'm using Lion Brand Heartland in the colors Black Canyon, Glacier Bay, Badlands, Hot Springs, and I can't remember the names of the last two. The last two colors are a dark green and a lavender type looking. I do have the ball bands. I can grab those and share the colors with you real quick. So let's see here. Let's see, which one is this? This is, I can't find the color on it. There it is. So I believe if this is the green, I can't say it very well. I can't pronounce it. Cuyahoga Valley? I don't know. But there is the name. And it is, I don't have any more yarn. It is all in the blanket. But it is a very pretty green. And then I have so many ball bands here. So I want to keep track, and then when I put my project up in Ravelry, I can write down the yardage that I used. So if I ever want to make a similar mosaic blanket again, I know for sure how much yarn to buy. No, I cannot find the lavender one. These are all the ball bands I've used so far. And I am having problems finding the lavender one. It's black. Most of these are going to be black. Here it is. Kobuk Valley. There it is, Kobuk Valley. And I am really trying to remember which color the Badlands was and which color the Hot Springs was. I can't quite remember. I think the Badlands was the red and the Hot Springs was the purple, but it's neither here nor there. So I am using the, I think it's the 5.5 clover hook, whichever the brown one is. I think it's 5.5. I think the brown is 5.5. No, the brown is 6.0. I'm using the 6.0 hook. And I have one more color section to do, and then the border. So I was not going to put a border on it, but, excuse me, itchy nose. After some thought, I decided to go ahead and border it. This thing is a beast. I have not measured it yet, but it is a beast. It's very tedious to turn it, especially with two different yarns attached, because the blanket twists and then the yarn twists and gets tangled with the twists in the blanket. It's a beast, but here is a little bit of it. So I think this purple here is the Hot Springs, the Cuyahoga Valley or Forest, the Badlands. It looks orange, but it's burgundy, and the Kobuk Valley. And it's too difficult to show on camera, so I will put pictures in. But the reason why I decided to go ahead and border it, I have to find the correct side. So the side where I carried up the yarn looks kind of like that, right? You can see. But if one of these little strands of yarn gets worn through from washing and wear and tear, it's game over for the blanket. So I decided to go ahead and put a border on it to help keep this part safe so that we don't have any mishaps, right? And so this blanket came from this book called A Sea Story, which was gifted to me from Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming, and it is by Lila Bjorn Crochet. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. This book is available on her website for purchase. However, she lives out of country. I don't remember which country. I don't remember if it's England or I don't remember. But she does not ship to the US. However, you can get an ebook on Ravelry. So I will link in the description box down below where you can get that ebook. And I will show you quickly if I can find it in here. Yes, there it is. The sample picture in the book. And this pattern is from C2C Blanket. So there is project number 1. And if I haven't put a picture in already, I will do so right about now. And so the second, I have to grab a ball of yarn quick because I don't remember the color way on the yarn. Okay, so the second mosaic that I started is also going to be a blanket, and I am using loops and threads facets, and the color, where are you? There's a color number. I know there's a color name on here. I saw it before. Oh, that's weird. I don't know. I can't find a color name. Oh, there it is. You would think the color name would be by the color number, but it's not. So it's the color Autumn. And this is what we got here. Very pretty. And then my main color on this one is Impeccable. Loops and Threads Impeccable in the color Golden Beige. So this pattern is available for free on a blog. I believe her name is Made by Goody. I might be wrong. Gootie. If I am wrong, it's going to be linked in the description box for you guys. And this pattern, she originally had written for a placemat. However, she did have the multiples listed, so I just made it wide enough for a blanket, and I'm going to continue going. I'm not sure how I'm going to work out the repeat, but I think I know. So, is this the right side? Yes. So this is what we've got so far. And the bottom looks like it's curling a little bit from working into that starting chain. So the top is going to be above this middle section. We're going to be doing these arrows again, except they're going to be pointing the opposite way. And then I think that's the end of the repeat for the placemat. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do maybe a couple of rows of just straight beige, and then do arrows. I'm not sure. I think I'll just repeat it again. Or I might have, I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. But I had something in mind and now I can't remember what I was thinking. Yeah, the arrow's pointing that way. Pointing down. Yeah. I think I'll just probably end up repeating it just the way it is. So yes. So the first blanket was the inset mosaic. This blanket is the overlay mosaic. So you are working into the back loops and drop down into the front loops. And I just wanted to start another one that was just a little bit more interesting instead of the same thing over and over like this first one was. You typically have a lot of ends. However, I am crocheting over most of them. These ends, because these are when you come back, and sometimes I forgot to start crocheting over them as I'm working back this way. That's why we got a few hanging there, and the ones at the beginning, it's easy to remember to crochet over top of the ones at the beginning. So yes, the facets yarn is much softer than the Impeccable, and the Heartland is much softer than the Impeccable. So it's kind of weird going back and forth because this stuff is not as soft as this, and this is much nicer to work with. So yes, here I'll show it one more time. And so that is all the crochet I have to share with you. So I did have my doctor's appointment. What was it? 2 weeks ago. Today is Monday. It is 6:20 a.m. It is Monday, and I had my last doctor's appointments 2 weeks ago now, and so I have the okay to start walking. However, he does not want me walking on it without the boot. And I'm supposed to start out slow, put a week of 25% weight on it, a week of 50, and then gradually go up. And then I have another doctor's appointment in a week, and if everything is well, I can get rid of the boot. I'm not supposed to be walking on it without the boot, but I only wear the boot when I'm at work. I don't wear the boot when I'm home because I'm not walking around a lot at home. And I'm not really going to put the boot on just to go to the bathroom. No. A lot of times I wake up in the middle of the night, and if I stop to put my boot on, I'm not going to make it to the bathroom in time. So we're not doing that. And I'm not going to lie, I have been putting the majority of my weight on it already. And not wearing the boot, putting the majority of my weight on it. But it seems to be okay. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It's just really stiff and weak. And actually, my whole leg on my right side, every now and then, I'll get like pains in my upper thighs. I think it's just because this whole leg is not used to being used. I have started to walk short distance. I still use the walker. And the walker, I think, at this point, it's more a safety net than anything else. I can do short distances without it. Like when I go to the bathroom, I'll just park the walker outside the bathroom door and then just walk in the bathroom to the toilet on my own and then back to the walker. If I need to get something out of the refrigerator, we have this big island in the kitchen. I'll just kind of park the walker next to the island and walk to the fridge and back on my own. I don't know if it's because I need to or it's just out of habit, but I'm limping. I don't know if it's just paranoia in my brain, like don't overdo and I'm just automatically limping, or if I have to limp. I'm not sure. I kind of feel like I have a permanent limp now. But I'm sure it will get better. I am not going to attempt to go up and down these stairs to the basement until I have another doctor's appointment, which is in about a week. So I still cannot go visit my yarn stash. I feel like my foot is permanently swollen, but the doctor did say it's normal for it to stay swollen just from using the ankle and putting weight on it. It's going to swell back up, but I feel like it's permanently swollen and it's never gonna go back down to its normal size. Excuse me. Yeah, so there's that. I'm gonna be I have to work tonight. I am going to be so tired. I try to stay up all night and sleep, late morning, early afternoon, sleep then, but I don't know. It's just not working. Maybe when I'm more mobile and I can do more things around the house, it'll be different, but I crochet, and then I kind of get tired of crocheting. I know, blasphemy, right? How can you get tired of crocheting? But I get tired of crocheting, so then I decide to put on a movie or put Netflix on or a TV show or something, and then I just end up falling asleep, and it's not time for me to sleep. So my sleep is all out of whack, and I got to go back to work now. For instance, I probably fell asleep at 7 o'clock last night, and I woke up like at, I meant to stay up. I didn't get much sleep the prior, I don't know. I meant to stay up, go on Zoom and stay up all night because I had to work the next night. But I ended up falling asleep at 7, 6 or 7. I woke up at 10. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay up now. It didn't work. I stayed up for like maybe an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours tops. And then I fell back asleep. And I woke up at 3 a.m. So then I had plenty of sleep, and now I'm not tired. So I don't know if I'll be able to take a nap before I go to work at 9 p.m. tonight. And then I have to work till 7:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. If I don't make myself sleep, I am going to be so tired tonight at work. It's going to be ridiculous. But anyway, what can you do? I am able to do more things at work now, which is great. I can put together in-store pickup orders. It takes me a while, but I can do it. I can go ahead and print off like the normal photo prints. Yeah, I can't do the ship to home orders because we got to go back in the stock room to do that because all the packing materials are back there, and it's kind of cramped quarters back there. And I am still, using the walker. Yeah. And I don't know, walking in that boot, I get really tired out. I don't know if it's because, your feet are not level on the ground. One's up higher than the other. And I don't know. I don't know if it's the extra weight. I get tired and my back starts hurting. So I can't, it's hard. Like, I'll walk back and forth, and then I'm carrying the walker, so I can't really carry a basket to put the items in for the ship to home order or the pickup orders. So it takes a couple of trips to even assemble the orders, but I get very tired. My back starts hurting, my leg starts hurting. It's not even my ankle that hurts, it's like everything else. It's weird, but still, I can do a little bit more, which is good. Hopefully when I get rid of the boot, I can do, it'll be better. Yeah, so I don't know, that's all I've got for you today. My dog is weird, he is licking my foot. And, oh, thanks to everyone who went and checked out Miko's birthday video and wished him a happy birthday. He says, thank you very much. And so yeah, that's all I've got for you today. So I will show you this one more time because it's so much easier to hold up. I can't remember the name of this pattern either, but it will be linked in the description box down below, as will the place, the link to Ravelry where you can get an ebook of, where did you go? I don't know where I put that book. Oh, right here. A link where you can get the ebook of this. And the shirt that I'm wearing, I got from Temu because I wanted to order some appropriate work shirts for work. I don't really have anything appropriate that's cooler for the summertime. Amigo keeps bumping the tripod, I'm sorry. So I went to Shein to see what I could find since I'm not going into the stores yet. And so I got, this is not for work. I just got this because it was, I don't know, like $4. But this is weird. So I assumed the picture, it was just a normal shirt. This part here is not attached. Like, what is that? That is so weird. I have never seen a shirt put together this way before. I feel like I'm wearing a bib. I could play peekaboo with my dog. I don't know. Weird. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, Hobby Lobby opens on May 6th in Point. So I will have about 40 minutes away. I will have Hobby Lobby. I will have Hirschner's. I will have Joann's. and I will help my goals. Awesome. I just got to find someone to take me. I don't think I'm going to go on opening day because I'm pretty sure that week does not fall with the 30% off all yarn. So I'll probably wait till the following week to go. And I think that's the same day I have my doctor's appointment too. And by the time my doctor's appointment is over, I'm probably going to be tired because I have to work that day. I'm probably going to want to come home and sleep. So yeah. Sorry for all the rambling and babbling and chit chat. If all you wanted to see was my mosaic patterns, I apologize. I am now going to let you go and probably work on some more crochet. So with that, I will let you go. Have a wonderful Monday, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.